Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us for today's webinar, Handset Focus Plans Balancing the Pros and Cons. My name is Gareth Sims and I'm the Head of Forecasting and Financial Analysis at Informa Telecoms Media. Before I introduce my two colleagues who will be presenting their research to you today, I'd like to briefly introduce the topic that this webinar will be focusing on. As the title suggests, we will be discussing the various concepts of handset financing and also the effect that these plans have on an operator's financial performance. It should be noted that many of the schemes outlined today have actually been around for a number of years. However, it's only fairly recently that their popularity has exploded. Indeed, it seems that nearly every other week a new operator is either announcing that they are getting rid of subsidies or launching plans that provide customers with more flexibility on device ownership and payment terms. There are obviously a number of key drivers behind why we're seeing this surge in popularity, and we'll be outlining what these are. But more importantly, there are some significant implications for the industry at large. Indeed, on the surface, these plans look like a prudent way for operators to implement more cost-effective strategies. However, if we start to delve deeper, it becomes apparent that the changes could signal the start of a new relationship between operators, device vendors and their customers. So now it's time to introduce my two colleagues who will be presenting to you today. First we have Milena Konecna, who is a chartered financial analyst and is a primary point of contact for all our financial analysis at ITM. She heads up our World Telecoms Financial Benchmarks product and also works alongside the forecasting team in the production of our revenue forecasts. Prior to joining Informa, Milena worked for over 4 years at Tulip Praybon, one of the world's largest inter-dealer brokers. We also have Francesco Radicati, who is a senior analyst. He is part of our European research team, focusing on the key markets of Germany, the UK and the Netherlands, as well as Sweden and Denmark. His areas of interest include handset instalment and financing programs, MVNO and wholesale markets, as well as net neutrality and OTT content for smartphones and tablets. Prior to joining Informa, he was an assistant editor for the Regulatory Affairs journals and also worked as a researcher for Nicholas Hall & Company, a consultancy specialising in consumer healthcare. Before I hand over to Milena, I'd just like to remind everyone that there'll be a Q&A session at the end, so please send us your questions throughout the webinar and we'll endeavour to answer as many as possible. I'll now hand you over to Milena. Thank you.